Hello, I'm Bahar Irfan. I'm a postdoctoral researcher and a digital features fellow at KTH Speech, Music and Hearing. Imagine 30, 40 years from now, living by yourself, with children and grandchildren visiting from time to time, meeting with friends occasionally, but most of the time being alone and feeling lonely. You need someone to talk to when you wake up or share bad and good news with, someone to be there for you. That's why we decided to make a personalized companion robot for older adults and to provide emotional and social support in their daily lives to mitigate loneliness. This requires talk about anything and everything, known as open domain dialogue. However, this has been a grand challenge in robotics for a very long time because it's simply not possible to create rules for these types of dialogues, nor was there a large enough data set to train neural network models on. Comes in large language models. Now we're talking. However, to create a robot for older adults, you need to first know their expectations, needs, and preferences. That's why we decided to involve older adults into the design process through interviews and co-design workshops to iteratively improve the robot to tailor their needs. We first made a preliminary study with 6 older adults where we conducted semi-structured interviews with them to learn their expectations, and they also talked to the Furhat robot shown here using a GPT 3.5 DaVinci 3 model as the language model. And the conversation lasts about 10 to 15 minutes, was done fully autonomously and in English in any topic they want. Based on the feedback from the older adults from the study and the technical challenges faced during the conversations, we improved the robot's architecture. And then we conducted a participatory design workshops with 28 older adults discussing the everyday life scenarios that they can bring the robot in, as well as them talking to the robot in Swedish about 7 minutes, followed by questionnaires and semi-structured interviews. These 2 studies show that integrating large language models to conversation robots brings about multimodal challenges. For instance, not knowing when the person started or stopped speaking resulted in interacting with them frequently, which then resulted in incorrect responses from the model. Also, the model generated repetitive responses, which was frustrating for the older adults in long conversations. It also made up facts or used out-of-date facts, which could be dangerous for older adults in health-related issues. While open domain, the conversations discussed during the topics discussed during the conversations were mostly on a superficial level and not interesting for older adults. In addition, responses such as "I understand" or "that's interesting" made it difficult to continue the conversation, leading to a dead end. And finally, it was important for the older adults to talk in their native language to be able to understand the robot and to speak fluently. Recommendations on how to address these challenges are available in the paper. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you for listening.